Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of Stoked on Spokes. In today's video, we're going to be taking a look at my every ride carry for 2022. If you've been a longtime subscriber or follower of the channel, you'll know that I like to make these videos every ride carry. I like to update you guys with the changes that I make for my cycling needs. In the first every ride carry video, you'll notice that it was all very minimal, much like this. And the second rendition of that video, I started taking a lot more camera gear and a lot more things, and that really started to drag on me because I wasn't wanting to go on rides because it meant taking all of this stuff. Now I've kind of brought it back down minimal, or as minimal as I can get while still trying to make some of these videos. Let's get into it. First things first is this Silka Matone. This is actually a new seat pack saddlebag that Silka sent over for review. Review coming shortly on this. Really solid piece of equipment, goes under your saddle rails, of course. And what's in here? I got a tube in there, some tire levers, some Bedros tire levers, my multi-tool, which has a chain tool, my wolf tooth master link tool, and a rear derailleur hanger for the Kona Rove. Didn't always used to take a derailleur hanger, but I learned last week that even on the shortest of rides, your derailleur could pop off. So I was just coming up this path and there's like a steel rod here. Caught my derailleur and just fully snapped it off. That's a bummer. So yeah, I have one of those in there, and then I have one here. Always good to have a spare derailleur hanger because they're so specific to your bike a lot of the times. Outside of that, I got some Lezyne plugs. Still have never had to use plugs. Consider myself pretty fortunate. For my bike lights, I'm using a Magic Shine 3000, RN 3000 in the front. Really powerful light. Quite heavy, and the addition of this light made me ditch my battery bank, so now I don't have to take my battery bank as well, and I can actually recharge my phone using this cable from the light. It's a 10,000 milliamp battery, so it holds charge quite a long time, which makes it a great candidate for an external battery. For my rear light, I'm just using this Planet Bike light. It's a super old light that I've had for ages. The only reason I keep going back to it, I've tried new rear lights from Magic Shine, is the battery life is amazing. I feel I don't have to charge this all that often. Usually leave it on blinking mode, but I only have to charge it about once every 2 weeks with regular commuting. For my pump, I changed pumps to a smaller pump. Silka was kind enough to send this one out my way, and this is the Silka Pocket Impero. It's a beautiful pump. I've only had to use this a handful of times for changing tire pressures and stuff like that out on a ride. What I do really love about it is just the length. It's not that long. Usually on a bar bag, I would have to sort of fit my other pump diagonally. With this, it just fits. So thank you, Silka. For my bike computer, still using the Generation 1 Element Bolt by Wahoo. No complaints there, nothing has really changed with that. Still great battery life. For my phone, I am using the iPhone 12 mini, and I have my wallet magnetically attached to the back. It's just how it works. I like it. Small, handy. Headphones. Gotta listen to some music sometimes. Almost never use two at a time unless I'm in a very remote place, but really just use one at a time so the other one can charge, especially on a long ride. These are AirPods Pro. They're just in a fancy case because I've had the habit, or the bad habit, of leaving these in my pocket and then they go through the wash. So that case will protect them from that. And one of my favorite pieces that I got sent over from Velocio is this. This is their ultralight hooded jacket. And yeah, it's super tiny, and it's just good to have one of these jackets. Even in the warm summer months, you might start the ride and it might be a little cooler than you think. And just to have a windbreaker that packs down really, really small is a huge plus. So thanks Velocio for sending that over. And yeah, so all of these things are things that I take with me on every single ride, regardless if I'm filming or not filming. Now, if I'm filming, I obviously take these cameras, and the GoPro, not much has changed. I use the GoPro Hero 8 Black. I think this is my last year or my last season with it. This was very frustrating this past winter when I wanted to do more documenting on my commutes, but the battery would die. So I know the new generations of GoPro have an enduro battery, which is basically just lets you film more and makes the battery performance better in colder temperatures. So yeah, probably the last season, the summer season with that camera, and we'll see what comes out next. For ride-by shots, which I like to do, as you guys probably know, I use the Sony ZV-1. Now, I was using the Sony a6600, so I've gone from this camera a7 III, which I used to take on rides, to the a6600, which is, actually I have it right here. It's this bigger camera, but smaller than the a7 III. And now I've gone to the ZV-1. This is basically the smallest Sony camera I can get with great picture quality. Has a flip out screen. This is the camera that I use on every ride, and I really like it for commutes, just the ability to have a small camera ready to go to get some B-roll of the ride. When I'm talking to the camera, unless I'm posting it on a table or something like that, I usually just use the GoPro because of that wide angle. So yes, this doesn't have the widest lens on it, but it's really handy for those ride-by shots, and super nice that I can fit it in a little fanny pack or in a bar bag, something like that. Well, that is it for my every ride carry for 2022. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Maybe you found something helpful. If you found it entertaining, consider hitting that like button. And yeah, if you're not subscribed, subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next one. Till then, remember to stay stoked on spokes.